Welcome to everyone. Just got started with the game. Raiders have the ball to start things off. The kickoff just happened. Thank you to everyone who watches these streams. Subscribe to Broncos Digest. Like, comment. I want to see the comments while we're going along. Broncos, gorgeous throwbacks. Here we go. All right. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Gino hands it off to Genti. Hufanga meets him at the line of scrimmage, and that is a no gain. Denver's at home. The gorgeous throwbacks, man. Come on. Let's go. Golly, they look gorgeous. And we finally get to see Hufanga in the throwbacks. Or sorry, not Hufanga. Greenlaw. Hufanga just made the play. 2nd and 10 coming up. Gino in shotgun, Genti to his left. Brock Bowers in motion. He takes the snap, a rushing 4. He throws. It is caught by a gain of like 5, tackled by Riley Moss. So Jacoby Myers was traded to the Jaguars. That was Thornton Jr. with the catch. Dante Thornton. I'm really not too familiar with the Raiders receivers, but all right, here we go. 3rd and 6 coming up is what they're calling it. Ball's at the 39-yard line. Gino again in shotgun. 17 in motion. He takes the snap. He's looking over the middle. It's good protection. It's caught just at the line of scrimmage. That looks like a first down. They are marking it as a first down. Good play from the Raiders there. Decent pass rush from the Broncos, but the offensive line for the Raiders held up there. Singleton did a fake rush, but he did not. It looks like he was trying to do a QB spy almost for Gino, which is a little strange. All right, 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 45.5-yard line. Gino under center, Genti in the back. And he hands it off to Genti, who gets, he's pushing the pile quite a bit. About 4 yards-ish. Close to the 50-yard line. What a good uniform matchup for the game, you know? Strong uniform matchup. All right, 2nd and 5 coming up from around the 50-yard line for the Raiders. 12:30 left to go in the first. Gino under center. And there's a guy in motion. He takes the snap. He fakes the handoff to Genti. He's rolling out to his right. He has a clear space. Slides just past the first down marker into Broncos territory. It's a first down for the Raiders. Solid start to their first drive. We're talking about how we're missing Surtain right now. We should win this game with or without him. Bottom line, if you're a Broncos fan, you gotta win. All right, ball is at the 44.5-yard line of Denver. Gino in shotgun, Genti to his right. He takes the snap. He hands it off to Genti, who gets a gain about 2 or 3. Solid gain from Genti. Solid push from the Raiders' offensive line, all things considered. I've been hearing nothing but bad things about the Raiders' offensive line, but they're looking pretty good on this drive. So we'll see. It's the beginning of the game. All right, Gino again in shotgun, 2nd and 7. Is there? There's a stoppage right now. Looks like the play clock wasn't reset yet. Go Broncos, yo. Appreciate you, Daniel. Thank you for watching. Mac's gonna wish you got traded at the deadline after this butt whooping they about to take. No, seriously. I gotta respect though the loyalty to, you know, a terrible franchise like the Raiders. Chip Kelly, offensive coordinator. So weird. All right, 2nd 7 coming up. It looks like they've reset the play clock for the Raiders. All right, 17 in motion. Gino takes the snap, looking to throw. There is a flag, though, that stops the play. Possibly false start? Yep, false start. False start on the Raiders. Michael Mayer. Surprised he wasn't traded, honestly, at the deadline. It's like they got Mayer in the 2023 draft, and then they drafted Bowers in 2024. It's like, what are you doing? All right, here we go. 2nd and 12 coming up. Under 11 minutes to go in the first quarter. Ball's now at the Denver 46.5-yard line. Gino in shotgun. Jenny to his left. There's a guy in motion. He takes the snap. They're rushing 4. He throws over to his left. 17 catches the ball. Only going to be about a yard or two short of the first down. He got pretty soft coverage from the Broncos there. Looks like Greenlaw was pointing it out, but the defense didn't realize that they were throwing out to the flat, I guess. No play recognition. Can't take these guys lightly, man. I don't care if they got shut out by the Chiefs. You gotta show up. 3rd and 3. 3rd and a very short 3 coming up for the Raiders. Gino's trying to make a change at the line. He brings a guy in motion. Genty's to his left. Gino takes the snap. They're rushing 5 this time. Good protection, honestly. And instead, he gets sacked. I said good protection, but the guys got home. Looks like nobody was open downfield. That is Zach Allen with the sack. Good stuff there. It's going to be behind the 40-yard line. Still probably within the Raiders kicker range. We'll see what happens. On it, I was going to say, an early pass to Bowers would have been a first down, but they didn't. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, they're punting. They're punting. They're at the 42-yard line. They're punting. I thought that this would have been, I guess they're just going to try and play a field position battle. That ball looks like it goes into the end zone. Is that a touchback, or did it go out at the... They're saying at the 1-yard line? Sheesh. He said that the ball went out at the 1. I thought that was a touchback. All right, 99-yard drive for Denver coming up, hopefully. I guess that was the right decision for the Raiders there, but I thought that their kicker was able to... I thought he could hit that. Why am I forgetting his name? But anyway, we're at a commercial break now. Right after that Raiders drive stalled, they got a couple first downs, but then a sack by Zach Allen prevented them from doing anything more. But thank you to everyone who's watching. Thank you to anyone who's subscribed already, but feel free to subscribe if you haven't yet. But we are now at 0-0. Broncos are going to do their first drive starting at the 1-yard line. Hopefully we don't get a safety. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We are at a commercial break right now. But overall, I don't expect the Denver defense to give up too many points, all things considered. But we'll see. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to add the what's-it-called, the score at the top so you guys can see it, where we are in the game. I know for some people it's like, you want to know where we are, so let's see here. Window, getting this going here. All right, right up there. Perfect. Good stuff. All right. Got the ticker up. Denver has the ball. Oh. All right. At the 1 yard line, under center. Bo takes a snap. He hands it off. JK with the carry gets like 6 yards. Good stuff there. That was a good carry. The audio is weird on the game. Oh, I guess it's very windy. Okay, that's why. Yeah, even Al Michaels is. Oh, the ball's rolling. How windy is it? Holy smokes! It's only saying it's 11 mile per hour, but the ball was rolling. They placed the ball on the ground and it was rolling away. Okay, Bo takes the snap. He tosses to JK. He has some space, but just only 2 yards short of the first down. This would be a huge first down to get in terms of the field position battle. Alrighty. J.K. Dobbins, third. Oh, well, I was trying to read that stat. Okay, so now it's picking up about 20 miles per hour wind. Oh, Bo takes the snap. Again, hand off to J.K. Not much room there. It looked like a face mask. He got stopped short, but by Crosby, but that looked like he got pulled by his helmet. That's a 3 and out for the Broncos. I despise that play calling. That was Trotman trying to block Crosby. That did not work out. Crawshaw and the punt. Punt is away. He shanked it, it looks like. Goes out of bounds just around the 50-yard line. Oh, no, they're marking it at the Denver 44-yard line. Terrible punt for Denver there. Not a good start. Not a good start for Denver. Who's surprised by that? Broncos start a game well, challenge level impossible, apparently. It is what it is. You got to work with what you got, but just the play calling or not throwing it at all was a bit stupid, in my opinion. Oh, they're starting at the 41-yard line. I apologize. Jeez Louise. Geno under center. He takes the snap. He tosses the Genty to the right. He has some... Oh. Tackle at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Singleton there with the tackle. Good tackle. I thought he had space, but Singleton came in nowhere. Came in out of nowhere, sorry. All right, 2nd and 10 coming up for the Raiders. Geno in shotgun. 17 in motion again, out to the top of the screen. He takes the snap, the rushing 4. He throws quickly. It's batted at the line. Zach Allen with the bat. He has been playing very, very well past few games, or just all season, to be honest. Benito did a really good job of creating some pressure. He thought that was a holding, but I'd be shocked if Benito doesn't get a sack tonight. We'll see. All right, 3rd and 10 coming up. Geno again in shotgun. They're showing blitz, and they do not, but it's a screen out to 31. Mostert, who gets the first down. He dives across, just across the line. Oh, man. So annoying, man. Benito tried to... They sold out to rush Geno, and the screen has enough space to get the first down. Okay, ball is now at the Denver 30. Geno under center, Geno in the backfield. Geno takes the snap. He hands it off to number 1. He goes off to the right, and he dives down after a gain of 6 or 7. Trey Tucker with the carry. It was a reverse out to Tucker. Second and 3 coming up for the Raiders. Geno takes the snap. He's looking. He throws over the middle. It's caught by Mayer. And that's not Bowers. That's Mayer. First down. Gain of like 10. Raiders moving the ball on us. And, of course, Denver's offense isn't doing anything. Come on, D. Come on. Raiders are looking confident. Divisional game, man. You can't take these dudes easy. Ball is at the Denver 12. Geno under center. Takes the snap, tosses to Genty to the right. There's good blocking up front. He is tackled after a gain of 5 or 6 yards. You got to give him in the backfield, folks. They're blocking really, really well. This is really frustrating how well they're blocking. They're one of the worst blocking teams in the league, and yet they're pushing the Broncos defense around right now. Doesn't make any sense. Welcome to the NFL, I suppose. Second and 4 coming up. Inside the 10-yard line. They're at the 6. Geno under center again. Takes the snap. Broncos blitz. Throws over to Mayer, who's tackled. Forward progress gives him about a gain of 2. Third and short coming up. Mayer with the one-handed catch. Bowers coming off the field. Come on, guys. Time of possession disparity is egregious, obviously. Third and 2. Geno and shotgun. It should have been a delay of game, but the handoff is there, and Ashton Genty gets a touchdown. He handed it off to Genty. That play shouldn't have happened. They should have called a delay of game. Regardless, we're getting bullied. We're getting bullied. What is the defense doing? It looks like they're not even trying. Look at the replay. These guys are standing around. There's no force. It looks like they're taking the Raiders easy. That's what I'm seeing. Bad film, man. Bad. Defense needs to wake the freak up. Kick is up and good. 7-0 Raiders. Disgusting performance from the Broncos so far. Broncos haters, I'm sure you guys are going off. Have fun, I guess. Whatever. This sucks. You got to answer on offense. That's really all I can say right now. I'm a bit sick in the head right now, or sick to the stomach, I should say. I'm more shocked at the defense looking this bad. You're letting the Raiders walk you down like that? They are out physicaling them. Broncos defense looks like they don't even want to be playing right now, and the Raiders came to play. Just know, Broncos fans everywhere, we're all sick and tired of starting out slow. And here we are again. Shouldn't be surprised. No matter how good or bad a team is, they start out slow, and it takes them almost all game to wake up. That's on coaching, in my opinion. But typically the defense doesn't start off this slow, which is shocking. Travis Hunter commercial to cheer me up. I know it's not PS2 because like PS2's absence causing this. They're barely throwing it. They're just running the ball a ton and it's working. Or just short throws over the middle. We're at a commercial break right now after the Raiders scored a touchdown. Broncos fans everywhere, suffer with me as we watch a primetime game where the Broncos struggle to do anything again. Or just, it doesn't even have to be primetime at this point. Our only complete game was the Cowboys, and their defense is atrocious. Same with the Bengals. Our two good offensive performances were against the Bengals and Cowboys, and they're like the two worst defenses in the league. Now, again, the Raiders don't have that good of a defense. The Texans are a lot harder than them, but yet, I don't know. We'll see how this next offensive possession goes. I am worried, officially. Oh, man. Start of games are brutal as a Broncos fan. Not fun. But all those who are here, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. It helps the channel out tremendously. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, that is. All right, kick is away, finally. Back to the game. About 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Harvey on the return, and it is tackled at the 20-yard line. Bad return, bad everything so far. Special teams, offense, defense, it's all bad. Sick of seeing it, man. All right. Ball at the 20-yard line, 2:56 left in the first quarter. Bowen shotgun, Jacob Dobbins to his left. He takes the snap, he's looking to throw. He throws over to Sutton. They're calling it a completion for a gain of like 6, I think. That was a bit overthrown, but it looks like Sutton came down with the catch. Just barely on the sideline, though. That was like a fingertip, toe-tapping catch. Longest active streaks to touchdown pass. Bo Nix and Lamar. Lamar has a 29-game streak. Bo has a 17-game streak, which is impressive. 2nd and 4 coming up. Bowen shotgun again. Dobbins to his left. Takes the snap. They're rushing 4. He has plenty of time until he gets sacked. He doesn't take that many sacks. And yet here we are, once again, struggling. My faith and enthusiasm is very low. If we go 3 and out again, I'm going to crash out. Man, what is this, man? Offensive line is doing what they're supposed to be doing. Bo just can't make his decision. I know the Raiders' pass protection isn't that good. Third and 13 coming up. It was a loss of 11 or 9. Bo looking. And incomplete pass. That's a 3 and out. I just don't understand. I don't understand what is... Do they not... My confusion just... Whatever, man. I want to defend this team so badly, but just this inability to play a complete game is egregious. The punt is away. Returned at the 32-yard line. He has some space. He gets past the 40 up to the 43-yard line. There is a flag. Get your stuff together, Broncos. Sick of this. Okay, so holding on the Raiders. Back them up a little bit. We need a turnover or something. This team is lifeless. Holy smokes. Coaches, what do you do before the game? How do you fire your guy? You don't fire your guys up. I know that's for sure. It seems like the guys have to get fired up at halftime or in the third quarter or something. It feels like everyone has to fire themselves up to get these wins. If you had the right guys motivating this team, they need to be ready at the beginning of these games. This will not fly in the playoffs. We managed to beat the Eagles, absolutely, but you will not win 3 to 4 consecutive playoff games playing like this. And being this bad, this early in games, this far into a season is really concerning. We're at a commercial break again. We're not even at the end of the first quarter yet. We'll see how it goes. But I am officially worried. I hate what I'm seeing, to be completely honest. Nothing is going well against a team that is really bad. Despite them being in the division, the Broncos are showing no fight. They don't seem to care. We're at home, and we're getting punked by the Las Vegas Raiders. And you know what's sad is I know that the Broncos are going to show up against the Chiefs. They can get themselves fired up for the Chiefs. Anyone can. But against the Raiders, it's like, whatever, man. You can tell, I am angry. We're still at a commercial break right now, but ooh, boy. We have to lead the league in 3 and outs. I think we have to. That's just something that's on my mind a ton. Is I feel like it is more likely the Broncos go 3 and out than it is for them to have a good drive. If we get a first down, all of a sudden I'm confident that we can score like a field goal or a touchdown. But if they can't get it started, I don't know, man. So stupid. All right. Ball is now back on their own 22-yard line. Gino in shotgun. He takes the snap. He hands it off to Ginty. Runs to the right and gets 10 yards. Gets a first down. Something that the Broncos have not even done yet. And yet they are dominating us line of scrimmage-wise. This is sad, man. Jeez Louise. They're getting pushed around. Someone needs to wake this team up. Wake them up. First and 10, Raiders. He takes the snap, the rushing 4. It's a screen to Ginty, who runs out to the right, has 7 yards. Disgusting. Under a minute left in the first quarter. Get him in the backfield. Get some kind of stop. Golly. We are getting punked. Ball at the 38-yard line. Gino under center. Takes the snap, pitches out to the left. Tons of space. Ginty out in the open field. Flag is out, but he's down to Denver's 30. We're getting absolutely destroyed. Holding Raiders. Oh my gosh. Someone just smack their Denver Broncos helmet. Someone wake these guys up. They should get ticked off how much they're getting embarrassed. Clock is running. My guess is they'll run it to the second quarter. Welcome to anyone watching. You're watching a miserable Broncos fan watching his miserable 7-2 team struggle against the stupid Raiders. Broncos honestly couldn't look worse at this point. I am shocked how bad this defense is playing. I'm not surprised how bad the offense is playing. 2 3-and-outs in a row. It'd be nice if we even scored a point in the first half. We'll see if that happens. My guess is they don't, because they only save their effort for the second half, apparently. It's not inspiring to a fan, And this is why we don't get respect. This is why no one respects the Broncos, is you look awful for 3 quarters, and then you play really good football, and for the most part have saved every game because you don't allow too many points in the first 3 quarters so the offense is able to come back. But when you face good teams, the Raiders will not be in the playoffs, and you're still getting punked like this. When you face good teams in the playoffs, you are going to get obliterated playing like this. And we're about to get obliterated playing like this anyway. I apologize for not being more positive. There is nothing to be positive about this Broncos performance. Disgusting all around. I need them to start playing better. Someone needs to fire these guys up. The talent disparity between these two teams is egregious. Broncos are so much better than them, and yet they're playing like they're playing their first football game. Play calling is whatever. It's just domination at the line of scrimmage. Their defensive line is taking down our offensive line, and vice versa on the opposite side of the field. It's but also Bo doesn't know where to go with the ball. It feels like he's going through his progressions, and anyway, nothing is working. I feel like they're not practicing well enough during the week. I don't know. I'm just trying to keep it together at this point, because listen, I understand teams will have bad quarters, they'll have bad halves, they'll have bad games. But this looks like incompetence in terms of football play and football coaching. It looks like you're not doing anything over the week. And then you pull out all the stops in the fourth quarter. -3 passing yards, 9 rushing yards, 6 total yards for the Broncos in offense. Only 3.5 minutes of offense compared to their 12 and a half or whatever. Ball on the 30-yard line, 2nd and 12 for the Raiders. Geno in shotgun, Bowers in motion. He takes the snap. Broncos again rushing 4. He steps up and throws an incomplete pass to Bowers. 3rd and 12 coming up. Geno tapping his chest, saying that was my fault. Pass rush, once again, not getting there. Offensive line is playing incredible right now. I remember early this season, the Raiders fans, probably during this season, were saying our offensive line's the worst in the league. They look like the best in the league right now. 3rd and 12 coming up. Geno in shotgun, Genty to his left. Takes the snap once again, rushing 4. Benito gets the sack. I want to be excited. Trust me, guys. We got saved by a holding call. Otherwise, they'd be kicking a field goal right now. Shout out to Benino continuing his Defensive Player of the Year campaign. I needed that, man. Finally, the defense shows some life. Ooh, boy. All right. Now, offense. Oh, there's an injury on the field. Hold on. Jackson Powers-Johnson is the one who's down, starting right guard for the Raiders. Maybe what happened to him? Let's see. They're showing the replay right now, but ankle. Twisted his ankle, and then it was kind of a duo sack from Franklin Myers and Benito. But that's looks like he just twisted his ankle. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. We'll see. Way poor start. I'm going to laugh if the Raiders pull this off. All scripted. I need Denver to win, bro. I agree. I'll laugh while crying in tears if... I don't know, man. I will be crying through tears if we lose this game. So... Listen, I get it. It's the NFL. The Packers lost to the Panthers. The Packers lost to the Browns. Anything can happen, but I'm just wondering, Sean Payton, what do you do? You're the play caller, because I only know that because I know you say you refuse to give up play calling duties. It just feels like just no one is on the same page offensively. Defense, I'm not concerned about. They were getting pushed around in that first quarter, but looks like at least they had one drive where they figured it out. But offensively, it's like we have to score defensively to just stay in games sometimes. I don't know. Even though I don't even know if the Broncos have a defensive score this year. They just have to hold them to no points. Commercial break right now. The Raiders are dealing with an injury to their right guard. But it'll be fourth down when we come back. Slow game so far. Can't imagine Raiders fans. This is about as good of a start as you could have asked for if you're a Raiders fan. Broncos fans, it's been a disaster so far, but obviously tons of game left to play. It'd be nice to show some life earlier rather than later, though, because it's like, Broncos fans, tell me if I'm wrong. Why don't we just tune in the second half or the fourth quarter if this is how they're going to play in the first half every single week? Like, what's the point of watching? So, okay, he's limping off the field. Powers-Johnson is limping off the field. I guess maybe it's a bit worse than we thought. 4th and 18 at their own 24-yard line, so the Raiders will be punting away. 14:46 left in the first half. I think it's still windy. I can still hear some wind in the audio. Let's go for a first down this drive. Okay, he fumbles the punt and then kicks it away quickly. Still a good punt. And it goes out of bounds. Let's see where they spot it. Honestly, a good recovery from that Raiders punter. He dropped it, took a little time picking it back up, and still kicked it at least like 40 yards. Denver's defense did not seem to realize that he dropped it. So, 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos. Let's see where they put it. Largest lead at the end of a first quarter since week 5 of 2024 for the Raiders. Oh my gosh. Okay, ball is at the Broncos' own 33-yard line. Nix is in the pistol formation. Looks like Harvey is in the backfield. Bo fakes the handoff. Solid protection, play action. He throws. Caught by Harvey, but I think he dropped it. There's a flag. It was an awkward play. Bad throw by Bo. My guess will be holding. Or maybe a legal man downfield. Okay, it's a holding call on the Broncos, so it'll be back 10 yards. Jeez Louise, Denver. Yeah, Denver fans, boo them. Marcedi Lewis? Brother. They got a 41-year-old hugging Max Crosby. This is so weird to see him in the game, man. Oldest tight end to play in an NFL game. Good for him, but if you're going to be committing holding penalties, well, keep you on the sideline. 1st and 20 coming up for Denver. Now back at their own 23. Bo takes the snap. He hands it off, and it's a gain of like 3 or 4. My guess is we go 3 and out again. Most uninspired play calling you will see in the league. It tells me a lack of trust in this offense in Bo Nix, and yet they wanted to make no moves at the trade deadline. I appreciate the vote of confidence, but we know that they're capable of doing stuff at the end of games. Why are they not capable of doing that in the first 3 quarters? It is a great mystery. 2nd and 16. Bo takes the snap, looking to throw. They're rushing 4. He throws, and that should have been an interception. Incomplete pass. Pass intended for Sutton. And, dude, what do they do during the week? What do they do during the week? It looks like they don't even bother. Third and 16 coming up. How much you want to bet this is a screen? Nope. Okay, they're throwing it for... Okay, Troy Franklin caught the ball, but it's 2 yards short of the first down. 3 and out again. Yeah, because we keep going 3 and out. Oh, are we going for it? I think this is stupid. I think you trust your defense. It's too early in the game for these shenanigans. 4th and 3 coming up. They're making a change. What? There's no momentum. They're just trying to get them to jump. Bo makes it very obvious. Raiders and Broncos talking a lot of smack to each other. They'll take the delay of game. Devin White talking smack to Ingram. Jamal Adams talking smack to Ingram. Raiders once again force a 3 and out. Denver, get your heads out of your butts. This is pathetic and sad and disgusting. Good for the Raiders. They're getting in the Broncos' head, it seems like. That's a good strategy because, I don't know. So pathetic to watch. Getting ready to punt. Cross shot, a punt. Punt goes back. And he shanks the punt. Rolls out of bounds at the 29-yard line. Or at the 32. Lots of boos in the Denver crowd right now. Deservedly so. Everything is disgusting right now. This is terrible football. It was a clean pocket for a cross shot. He shanked it, and it sucks to watch because as a Gator fan, I want to see him do well. It is a 7-0 bloodbath in favor of the Raiders. I don't know. Broncos need a turnover. They haven't been big on turnovers this year. They need one if they want to score points because offensively it's been 3 and outs in a row. It's depressing. It's depressing to watch because your offense looks like the worst offense in the league for 3 quarters, and I'm sick of watching it. 29-yard line, Geno under center. He takes the snap. He hands it off to Genty. Gains 1 yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. Alex Kappa is in for right guard because of the injury to the Raiders' offensive line. Sounds like he's questionable to return from his ankle injury. All right, 2nd and 9 for the Raiders at the 30-yard line. Geno takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Broncos defend the screen very, very well. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 9 coming up. They knew that was a screen from the beginning. They weren't biting on Geno. They weren't rushing Geno. They stayed back as soon as they recognized the play. Greenlaw with the pass disruption. 3rd and 9 coming up. Denver needs a stop. 11:20 left to go in the half. Bowers in motion. Geno in shotgun. Genty to his left. Takes the snap. We're rushing 4 again. He has plenty of time. Over the middle, Brock Bowers running down the sideline into Denver territory. Disgusting, 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 putrid, horrible, everything. All the adjectives you want to use. Denver fans were suffering together. You got Jahdae Barron on Bowers, and that's a complete mismatch. That's the first time, I don't know. Putting Jahdae on Bowers feels silly. 3rd and long. Who do you think they're going to? Idiots. 1st and 10. Screen is incomplete to Genty. 2nd and 10 coming up. 10:41 left in the half. You can just feel the lack of energy from the crowd. I can't blame them. Like, what are they supposed to cheer for if your offense can't even get a freaking first down? Constantly, consistently. 2nd and 10. Geno takes the snap. He throws another screen to Tucker, who makes a guy miss. Guy goes down after a gain of 3 or 4. Man, we need a stop. We need a turnover. We need something. Don't let them get a first down. 3rd and 7 coming up. Broncos defense allows the lowest 3rd down conversion percentage, but they have allowed a couple tonight already. All right, ball at the Denver 36. Geno in shotgun. Mostert to his right. Bowers in motion. Takes the snap, rushing 4 again. He throws up. Incomplete. No flag. There's a flag. Is it a roughing the passer is my guess? Oh, offsides. Offsides on Jonathan Cooper. Going to be 3rd and 2 coming up. Shooting yourselves in the foot so far is the Denver mantra of this season. This is going to bite us in the butt, man. You can't keep playing like this and keep eking out wins. Jeez Louise, man. You can't save yourself for the Chiefs game. You got to win tonight. How do you think you're going to win the division? Ball is on the 31-yard line of Denver. It's 3rd and 2. Geno in our center. He's QB sneaking it, and he doesn't even go anywhere. He might have lost half a yard. That was a stupid play call from the Raiders. Thank you. All right, they'll probably kick a field goal is my guess. If you're playing the Broncos, any points is good points. Because we don't score that many. Oh, they're going for it. This seems... Is something wrong with their kicker? Unless they're going to try and get us to jump. 4th and 2. Geno under center. Genty in the backfield. Bowers in motion. Oh, they take the snap. Looked out to Bowers. He finds Tucker. There was a flag, but he runs to the end zone for a touchdown. We'll see what the flag is. Oh, pass interference offense. Saved by the bell. Holy smokes. That was a touchdown for the Raiders, but we got saved by a penalty. That is 2 massive plays for the Raiders that we've been saved from because of penalties. Oh, that's absolutely a penalty. Yeah, he basically... Gino's very unhappy. He's saying it's my fault though. He knows that one I know is a penalty. Looks like they're punting after a 10. So offensive pass interference brings them back 10 yards, 4th and 12. So they're punting, so they'll try and just pin us back again. Punts away. Looks like he's going to try and get it to bounce. Oh, it does. Oh my gosh, it bounced out of bounds at the 1 yard line again. At the half yard line. What? Is there a magnet of... That's the most insane... That's insanity. It's like there's a force field around the end zone and it bounced... It went like 10 yards off to the side. So it bounced inbounds out like the half yard line or at the 1 and traveled 10 yards all the way out of bounds at the half yard line to down us at the half yard line. That's one of the most incredible punts I've ever seen in my life. And he just did that twice in one half. He's going to be their MVP if they win this game. That's insane. I can't even be mad. That is insane punting. So, well, can we try a 99.5-yard throw to somebody? That'd be nice. We know that we can do a crazy... Is Mims playing? I forgot to check the injury report, but I'll have to look if he's on the field. We're at the commercial break right now after the Raiders down the ball with an amazing punt at the half-yard line off of a punt. So we'll see. I mean, also, by the way, the Broncos have yet to get a first down on offense. Unfortunately, not too many people will be surprised by that because that's been kind of our MO offensively. You play horrible for 3 quarters and then you play well for the 4th quarter. Just got to keep hoping that they don't score too much. We got bailed out by the Raiders committing offensive pass interference. Otherwise, it would be 14-0. Whew, boy. Commercial breaks are fun. I'd like to see us just get more push at this line of scrimmage. The Raiders aren't that tough. I mean, I know Max Crosby is Max Crosby, but he can't be everywhere. And that requires Bo to recognize where he is, where he's more likely to go, what kind of play, all that stuff, make adjustments. No safeties, man. Don't allow a safety. AJ Cole, the punter for the Raiders, doing an amazing job. All right, here we go. Ball is at the 1, so Bo under center. Dobbins in the backfield. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Rolling out. He throws to Dobbins. Gets about 6 yards. So out of the danger zone, and I like that play. But we still do not have a first down. We are under the 9-minute mark in the first half. Second and 3 coming up. 8.5 left to go. Bo takes the snap. It's a high snap. It's a screen to Franklin, who gets tackled. by 22 by Eric Stokes. Prevents us from getting a first down. 3rd and 1 coming up. I will bet a lot of money that we do not get this because that's just been how we've been rolling. It took a really long time for that screen to develop. Sherliff was trying to get the block there. That's such an easy first down if they just do that a lot better. Bo takes the snap, looking to throw. Pressure early. Bo rolls out to his right. He's looking, he throws, and he misses his guy. We don't get it. What'd I say? Another 3 and out. Intended for Ingram. Trying to make guys miss. 4 drives, 4 3 and outs for Denver. They're making the Raiders look like the next incarnation of the Legion of Boom. He had Ingram wide open and he missed him. Oh my gosh. This is just awful. And Crawshaw's probably going to shank this punt, he's been terrible today too. All right, here we go. Punts away. It's terrible angle. Flag as well. Raiders are going to get the ball at the 49-yard line. Crawshaw's playing terribly. Offense is awful. Defense is getting manhandled for the most part. Penalty on the Broncos. Player was out of bounds when he was tracking the ball down, so the Raiders will be starting the ball in Denver territory. This team is depressing to watch, man. I'm sorry to everyone who is watching. This is a disgusting football game, disgusting team. This is not entertaining. And if you're a Broncos fan, this is the only people who are enjoying this game are Chiefs, Chargers, and Raiders fans. Everyone else, I'm sure, is having a miserable time. Rightfully so. 7:40 left in the first half. On the 43 of the Broncos, Geno in shotgun. He takes the snap. He fakes the handoff to Genty. He has plenty of blockers. He catches the ball for a gain of 6 yards. Trey Tucker with the catch on the sideline. Yards per drive for the Raiders, 24. Yards per drive for Denver, 4.3. Oh, they reversed the call to an incomplete pass. Oh, he stepped out of bounds before he came back in to catch the ball, so that's illegal touching. Second and 10 coming up. They're trying to get the play clock reestablished. 7:30 left in the first half. I would like to be more enthusiastic, guys, but this is a putrid game. OMG, I'm a Denver fan, and they are taking me off. 10-0 final quarter. We'll see, man. Raiders take the snap, hands it off to Bowers, tackled in the backfield by Bonito. Good tackle for loss, good play recognition there. Loss about 3 or 4 yards. Loss of 5, actually. Good job by Bonito. He's having a solid game. He knew that I was being handed off to Bowers immediately. Third and 14 coming up. Geno in shotgun. Bonito is not in this play. Geno takes the snap. They're rushing 4. He throws over to the left. Mayers is pushed out of bounds by Barron. Well short of the first, but possibly in range for a field goal. 4th and 5 or 6. Looks like they're going for it. Oh, they're going for it because I guess the wind is a huge factor in kicking field goals tonight. All right, here we go. 4th and 5 at the Denver 38. Gino in shotgun takes the snap. They're sending a blitz. Hufanga with the sack. No flags. That should be a turnover on down. Hufanga, one of the premier Denver defenders this year. We finally get good field position off of a turnover on downs around midfield. Denver's defense steps up again. Will the offense get a first down, chat? Let me know what you think. I don't think they will. I think they're awful. Anyway. Good stop by the defense. Gino is yelling at Mostert. I guess he didn't block who he was supposed to, or he was supposed to be looking on the left side for Hufanga. But good job, Denver defense. We are at a commercial break after the Broncos just took over on turnover on downs. So thank you to everybody who watched or is watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. I love doing Broncos games. But this one sucks. Like many have sucked in the first half or first 3 quarters. I'm just showing visible frustration maybe because it's the Raiders. Listen, just get the win tonight. Use the mini bye, essentially, because you get the whole weekend plus next week to prepare for the Chiefs before our actual bye week. But first things first is taking care of this game because, boy, did the Broncos offense especially not show up once again. But the defense looks like they've been struggling a little bit too. They finally got a stop and turnover on downs, which is nice. It's interesting to see how much the wind feels like it's factoring into the kicking game. Like, I wonder if that punt that Cole did, the Raiders punter, that like hit the 1 yard line and traveled 10 yards to the side and went out of bounds at the 1 was because of the wind more than anything. Because I was like, it was just a really unusual looking bounce. It felt like there was a force field around the end zone. But listen, whatever it takes, man, I will just take a touchdown, a score of some kind. I hate seeing a donut on the Broncos scoreboard. But it takes a first baby steps. Let's get a first down. And it's weird. The Broncos players, I mean, they were interviewing them. They are aware of the slow starts, and yet they keep starting off slow. So this is like a perennial problem that we have, and yet it doesn't matter. Gino is yelling at guys on the sideline. And looks like he was mad at Mostert, and Mostert and him had to make up. 0 first downs allowed on first 4 drives of the game. That's the first time the Raiders have done that since 2016, so almost a decade. Ball is on Denver's own 47-yard line. Bo takes the snap. He hands it off to Dobbins, who runs out to the right. He makes a stiff arm. He's brought out of bounds by Devin White after a first down, barring any penalties. I don't think there are any. We finally get a first down off of a J.K. Dobbins run to the right. Jeez Louise. Oh, boy. It's finally an exciting Broncos offensive play. Holy smokes. All right, ball is now at the Raiders' 40-yard line. Bo under center. Courtland at the bottom. J.K. in the back. Trout went into motion. Bo takes the snap. He hands it off to J.K. again. Spins, but only gets a yard. Oh, there's a flag. In the backfield, it looks like it's holding on the offense. Will probably be brought back 10 yards. Yep. Troutman with the hold. Oh, God. Bonito went into the blue tent, apparently. It looks like he gave a thumbs up, so I think he's okay. Oh, he gives a thumbs up. So maybe they were looking for like a concussion protocol or something. That's my guess. 1st and 20 coming up for Denver after the holding penalty. Back now at the 50-yard line. Bo alone in shotgun. Now under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Harvey to his right now. He takes the snap. They're rushing 4. He rolls out to his right. He dumps it off to Harvey, who's brought down by Jamal Adams, only a gain of 1 yard. Once again, reign of unrestlessness from the crowd. We got 1 first down off of a nice J.K. Dobbins run, and then a holding penalty is probably killed this drive, so... All right, Bo takes the snap. He runs out to the right. He should just run, and he throws anyway. Oh, he caught Pat Bryant. He's running. Down at the 5-yard line, barring any penalties. Are there any flags? If they are not, we are at the 5-yard line. There was a ton of green grass in front of Bo. I was worried about him throwing that. Once again, he rolls out. When he's running, he seems to be at his best. Good. They were totally prepared for him to run that ball. A great throw from Bo. Great read. Great running catch. Yards after catch for Pat Bryant. Now we got to finish in the end zone, man. No turnovers. Come on, guys. Finish this drive. Ball's at the 5-yard line. Bo takes the snap. He screens it to RJ Harvery, who... steps out of bounds, loss of 2. 2nd and goal coming up from the 7 now instead of the 5. The clock is still ticking. 3:10 left in the first half. Finish in the end zone, guys. Come on. Sick of these stupid screens. Either run the ball or throw it like normally. The screens almost never work. All right, Nix. 2nd and goal. Bo's making a call out to the line. Bo takes the snap, looking to throw. He steps up in the pocket. He throws. Caught. Touchdown, Troy Franklin. Oh my gosh, thank you. I wasn't sure if he caught that. Whew. About time. Bo continues his streak, 18 games in a row of a passing touchdown. Thank goodness, man. Finally, something to cheer for, something to be excited for. Good throw from Bo. Tight coverage, but Troy Franklin touchdown. Alrighty, let's hope the extra point is good because I know it is windy. Kick is up and it is good. 7-7 Denver versus Las Vegas. Well, this is nice. We finally scored. No donut at halftime. Thank you, Denver. So we get one good drive on starting a good field position after the turnover on downs, and we finally make something happen. So seems like a field position battle, which although it'd be nice if we could just blow these guys out. Excuse me. They are awful until they aren't. This is the series. Finally. Agreed. Let's get another stop on defense, man. Rather, the commentators are saying, oh, the Raiders had their chances, and now it's a tie game. It's true. I mean, the Broncos looked abysmal in the first quarter on both sides of the ball. And And we've been fortunate that the Raiders don't feel confident in kicking a field goal in the wind. I mean, I'm obviously not there, so I don't know how windy it is, but it seems like it is quite the factor. Okay, they're really just kicking it right into the end zone. I guess they feel confident about opposing teams starting at the 35-yard line. They don't trust the kick coverage team, I guess, to, I don't know. That's weird. I mean, I trust this defense. Don't get me wrong. Best in the league, but 2:41 in that first half. Left 7-7 Denver versus Las Vegas Raiders. First and 10 at the 35. Geno in shotgun. Benito is not in. Okay. He takes the snap. They're rushing 4 again. That's probably going to go down as a sack, I think. It's a loss of 1. Malcolm Roach with the sack. Someone took a timeout. I'm not sure who took a timeout. So that's Ellis, who had the pressure there, but Malcolm Roach finished the play with a sack. So that was Denver who took the timeout with 2:36 left. So they want to get the ball back to score again before halftime, which I like. Denver does get the ball after halftime. All right, here we go. Second and it's like 10.5, basically. Geno takes the snap, hands it off to Genty up the middle, who was met after a gain of 3 or 4. Third down coming up, but it looks like the Denver Broncos took a timeout. Their second timeout of the half. They're really not targeting Bowers much. This feels like a very heavy Genty game. Tucker has been involved in a lot of screens. I mean, Bowers had that one catch over the middle when Barron was guarding him one-on-one. Definitely not our best play, but besides that, Bowers hasn't been doing much. Knocking on wood, because I swear I do not need him doing anything more. Oh, boy. All right, Benito's back in. Thank you. Good to see him. 3rd and 6 coming up. 2:31 left. Geno in shotgun. Genty to his right. All right, Geno takes the snap, and he is rushed and sacked. That's Benito and Zach Allen. Benito got up a little slow. I hope he's okay. Looks like the Broncos are going to let this run down to the 2-minute warning so they preserve their 1 timeout when they get the ball back. Good stuff, defense. Who got there first? I think Benito touched him first, but Zach Allen definitely was involved in that one. That should be a combined sack. Zach Allen, man, having a really good game. 5 sacks already for the Denver Broncos. That's what you love to see. All right, we just hit the 2-minute warning. Raiders will be punting it away once we get back from commercial break, but I got an NFL notification. The only notification from this game so far is punt of the year ? That's how you know it's really a really fun game to watch, is when they're talking about how good are the punts? How are the punts going? But I'm just hoping that, the Broncos can go back to back here on good offensive drives, end the first half on a scoring drive, and then get the ball to start the second half, and then just keep that rolling, because I feel like momentum is real. I want to carry the good vibes for the rest of the game and turn this into a blowout. That would be preferable. I wasn't too surprised that the Raiders started out hot. I just wish that the Broncos matched that energy. It didn't look like they matched that energy, but they're catching up. Just got to play do a good offensive drive here. Have a good offensive drive here, and we'll see how that ends up working out. So it's like Bo. I don't know. We just need to let him loose. Let him play free or something. I wish I could diagnose what is wrong with the offense and why they start off so slowly. But if I knew, I think there would be a lot of other people there who would have that same answer. So I don't think there is an exact answer. I've seen Dan Orlovsky say, like, oh, you need to let Bo loose. Like, you need to, like, give him more plays to work with. Like, the play calling's too simple at the beginning, and things become more, I don't know, complex, or, like, just the deeper the call sheet goes, the later in the game you go, which feels a little strange. I guess, like, maybe Sean Payton has this feeling of, I don't want to waste all my good plays at the beginning of the game, which I can understand. It's just, you don't want to dig yourself a hole. It's a hard thing to balance, for sure. Broncos are trying to be the first team to reach 8 wins tonight. That would be cool. The Thursday night primetime song is it's starting to grow on me. I still am preferable to the previous one, but all right, here we go. And let's see if he can do another punt. He punts it away. My guess is it was an awesome punt. Returned at the 29. He's going backwards, and he gets tackled at like the 28. That was Bandy, who doesn't know that you're supposed to run forward instead of side to side or backwards. All right, 150 left in the half. Broncos have one timeout. Can they do anything? This is the second best field position they've had today, which is kind of sad. All right, 2-minute drill for Bo. Let's see if he can do anything. Okay, they set it at the 27, not the 28. Bo takes the snap. They're rushing forward. Solid protection. Screens it out to Batty, who dropped it. Or Bidet, however you pronounce it. That's a sucky drop. That was a decent throw, but that was just on Batty just dropping the ball. Batty, that was pretty bad. Thank goodness that ball didn't go into a Raider player's hands. He literally tipped it up for somebody. That could have been a pick six if he wasn't if the Raiders guy was closer. 2nd and 10, 1:45 left. Bowen shotgun, looks like, okay, takes the snap, throws to Ingram for a gain of 7. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Bo and the gang are hurrying up. He's calling out plays. 1:30 left. Let's see what happens. Bo takes the snap. Raiders are rushing 4. He's throwing over the middle. It's caught by Pat Bryant. First down. There's a flag. Raiders are signaling offensive pass interference. It was offensive pass interference. They're saying Pat Bryant pushed off. That's a bummer. That was exciting when he caught it because I was like, oh, we got a 3rd down conversion. There was extension. I'll accept that. It sucks. Hey, let's convert again. Let's do a 3rd and long. Mahomes can do it. Why can't we do it? 3rd and 14, 1:21 left. Raiders have all 3 of their timeouts, so they'd love to get the ball again. Bo takes the snap. He runs up. He throws. Caught. First down. Courtland Sutton. That's like a 16-yard gain just underneath the 40-yard line. Good stuff. Bo did a really good job scrambling up the middle and throwing it. All right. Flags, false start. They're talking it over. Yeah, it's a false start. So there's a 10-second runoff as well. 48 seconds now instead of 58. Yeah, that was absolutely a false start. Absolutely. Broncos are terrible with penalties. One of the worst in the league. 7 already for 50 yards. Bo takes the snap. He's looking. He throws over to the right. Franklin tried to catch the ball, but it was dropped. Not the best throw in the world. Franklin was open, but ouch. Come on, man. Sloppy. Egregiously sloppy. All right, here we go. 2nd and 15, 43 seconds left in the half. Ball is on the Denver own 33-yard line. Bo takes the snap. They're rushing several people. Bo's running out to the right. He's throwing super duper deep. It wasn't even close. Intercepted. He's returning it. He tries to bring him down. He can't. He's still returning it. He's going down at the 34-yard line. Terrible throw from Bo. He's not able to throw it deep. He has no deep ball. He sucks at throwing it deep. He rolls out. I mean, there was nothing there. The safety is sitting on that, man. What are you doing? That's double coverage. This is where the Bo Nix critiques are correct. He can't throw the deep ball. It's almost 80 to 90% of the time either an overthrow or an interception. So stupid, man. 27 seconds left. Raiders have all 3 timeouts. Ball is on the 36-yard line. Raiders take the snap. We're rushing 4. He's throwing it deep now. He has a man, and he drops it through Thornton Jr.'s hands. That was a good throw from Geno. That was dropped. Jeez Louise, man. Riley Moss in coverage. He just got beat. He bit on the stutter step, and he just dropped it. Golly. Back to feeling terrible about this team. Thank goodness the Raiders traded away Jacoby Myers. 21 seconds left. They took a timeout to avoid the play clock. Why was that was weird. They took a timeout to avoid the play clock running out. So sloppy game from both sides. Much more so on the Broncos side. I was encouraged until the offensive pass interference. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line. Geno takes the snap. He's looking. He throws over to the side and is caught. He runs out of bounds. 15 seconds left. Just short of the first down. 3rd and 1 coming up. Daniel Carlson. That's the Raiders kicker. I was like, why was that name missing me? I know he's good. Come on, D. Ball is on the 45-yard line. First down's at the 46-yard line of the Raiders. Geno in shotgun. He takes the snap. Broncos rushing 4. He gets pressure. Oh, okay. He stays in bounds. They're going to let the clock run. It's 4th down. They're going to just let the clock run and go to halftime. Benito with really good pressure there. Gino pitched it out to Ginty, but Greenlaw was all over it. Very close to a sack. All right, well, 7-7 at halftime. Jeez Louise. They're saying that we have... Pete says we have every... Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum. All right. Halftime for the Broncos. Ooh, boy. Boy. Good stuff. Except the not good stuff. That sucked. I'm just hoping that the Broncos can... They just got to do whatever it's got to be done. Whatever has to happen, you know? Whew. Thank you all for watching.